Hello, my name is Emma Ginsel. I am in class English 2319-001, Dr. Hope McCarthy, and I will be submitting this on April 20th, 2020. My title is TikTok Goes the Clocks, or Do They? The Clocks was one of Agatha Christie's last murder mysteries that had Detective Hercule Poirot. The mystery is about a young woman, Sheila Webb, who went on a work call to someone's house for a typist when she found a dead man on the floor. Detectives Hardcastle and Colin Lamb, with the assistance of Hercule Poirot, went on an investigation in Wilbraham Crescent to figure out who was the murderer. This is one of Christie's novels where you're completely taken by surprise and are shocked by the outcome. Christie does an excellent job of adding complexity and depth to the characters, especially by adding family drama into the mix. While making the characters complex, Christie also makes the characters quite lovable, which makes it difficult on deciding who was the murderer. I really enjoyed the relationship between Colin Lamb and Hardcastle because they just worked really well together, and that sense of normalcy between their relationship was very comforting. While reading, it was quite entertaining, and I didn't want to put the book down. The Clocks, in my opinion, was executed the best compared to the other mysteries that I've read by Agatha Christie. This mystery is the perfect cozy that includes the right amount of suspense and drama. So from a blog from Margaret's book, Please, the blog, she quoted that, quote, "I also liked the description of the neighbors in the Crescent and the confusing way the houses are numbered." I definitely agree with Margaret that it was actually the main reason why that this book kind of stood out among the others is because of all the characters and all of their past and their backgrounds and seeing kind of how it could connect to the story. For example, I loved Miss Ramsey and her twin boys, and I felt like I could connect with her on a sympathetic level. It was also very lighthearted and fun, and what I feel like it made it cozy with Miss Hemmings and her crazy outgrown lawn and all the cats and the crazy cats that she had and how she wasn't quite there. So the next quote that I found was from HarperCollins, published in 2002 in Ella's book blog, and it states how, quote, "The stories told both from an omniscient third-person narration as well as a personal first-person narrative by Colin, which works quite well, and the theme of identity runs through the whole novel," end quote. I definitely, I feel like this quote stuck out to me because I also thought it was really interesting and, well of Agatha Christie for connecting the two plots that were happening, with Colin Lamb's narrative and, his work as a spy, but, when he was really a marine biologist. And I thought that was interesting how it connected, with the Ramsey story. And I feel like that provided definitely a new quality to Christie's books where you get the third person point of view as well as, his personal narrative. One of the responsibility social element that I want to discuss was about Geraldine and how she was in a wheelchair and how society today mostly sees people in a wheelchair and they, have a lesser view of them, which is completely wrong. And I feel like Agatha Christie does a really great job about showing how people in wheelchairs are just like, able people who can walk by showing how smart and how her attention to detail, because, she was the one who ended up revealing who the murderer was. And so I feel like Agatha Christie showed that to show that people, even though she was in a wheelchair, she was actually the smartest one in the whole entire book. The only critique about the book that I have that I didn't like was near the end when Hercule just kind of just, revealed what had happened and revealed who the murderer was, even though Hardcastle and Lamb were working so hard on trying to solve who the murderer was by going to all the neighbors and learning about each neighbor. So I guess that would only be my only critique. I wish it was more, surprising, even though the reveal itself was quite shocking, just because of all the family drama that was occurring. But I wish there was a bigger way for it to be revealed than just Poirot doing it himself. But overall, this was my favorite Agatha Christie book that I have read, and I rather enjoyed it a lot. And I think that it is an important book that that future classes should be able to read. But yeah, so that's it for my book review. Thank you so much. Bye.